just open up. That's how we're starting the show tonight.
What the fuck?
I'm just saying, people.
Come on.
So before we get into the intro and all that good shit, how's everybody doing?
Good.
I feel
Not
good.
bad at all.
James?
It's podcast number 2 of the day for me.
Yeah, I know, right?
There
A
we
little
go.
tired.
Look at
My
that.
nipples are showing.
We did
My
the
nipples are
cinematic
showing.
canon earlier, and we had a great time. But
Nipples.
we're about to get into this shit because we want to get some laughs and saying a bunch
Hey,
of
look at that. We're even streaming on Twitter,
Oh,
where we have
Yeah.
666 followers. That seems appropriate.
That's
well, we need
awesome.
these motherfuckers to hit that fucking, that like, share, subscribe, and all that shit, and tune in.
I don't know,
We'll be
man.
at-
I kind of want to keep that at 666.
No, I'm saying all 666 of them on Twitter should be watching us, right?
Well, they
Motherfucking
should.
Do
now.
that. Leave a comment. Say what up. What up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
talk about peeing on people.
Say hey.
No.
Just pop. Hey yo. It's straight out of Popcorn and Pints. What up, internet? We doing a couple movies here tonight. What we doing? Sturdy.
First of all, straight out of Compton, crazy motherfucker named Sir Sturdy, and coming to America. Make sure you guys tune in. No, fuck it. Stay put, because as soon as me and him shut the fuck up, we're all gonna start talking again, and it's gonna be some wild ass shit. Welcome to the madness, motherfuckers. Welcome to the madness. You see him over here? You see him? He's ready. I'm ready. Are you ready? Let's go. Let's go. Thanks for popping by, people. Thanks for fucking popping by. We're ready. We're ready tonight, people. We got the whole gang here, which is appropriate to say because of one of these films. And
Gang.
see how I did that. So, what do you gentlemen? First of all, we haven't done this in a while, and we need to start doing this. This was like one of the things we did with Popcorn Pints for a long time. What the fuck is everybody drinking tonight? I'm gonna just pull whoever up randomly. Just let us know what you got in your cup.
I have water. I drink water because I don't really drink alcohol.
I have water, nigga.
Yeah.
he couldn't handle it in Compton.
I got Jesus juice Snapple, son. Straight up from the hood. Corner
Purple
store,
drink.
Son.
Oh shit! Snapple's not a sponsor, but it really can be.
Yeah.
I was drinking a Twisted Tea, but now I'm on N.W.A hard seltzer.
Oh, that's so cute.
Nah.
What do we got? I got Troy Division IPA for Rare Form Brewing in Troy, New York. I did a bad pour, though. I got a little too much head here.
Got too much head.
In beer terms,
Got it.
I want to specify that.
A nice and cola, huh? Like's going hard.
Hey, Mike
Maker's
Clark.
Mark, nice.
Nice.
I like this Mike guy. He's hitting it hard already.
Nice. And right here is
That's
a
what she said.
shot of 100 proof Southern Comfort and Skittles flavored.
Oh, he ain't fucking
Just,
around.
just a shot.
Yeah, just a shot.
It don't matter. Halfway
Yeah.
through this, he's gonna start killing that.
I'm good. I'm good. Trust me, I'm good. I learned my lesson. I'm better now, guys.
It only took one episode for Aaron to learn his lesson.
No, it was like 2 or 3 episodes.
Was it? Which
I'm
was
gonna say
the
this
one
again.
that you actually disappeared in?
Yeah. I was thinking about that.
That
You
was
were gone, dude. You were
Batman.
gone.
It was Batman Forever, I believe. It was the last Batman movie. It was
Okay.
Batman Forever.
Batman
No, we
Forever.
watched Batman and Rob. We had to watch that shit.
We have to
That
watch
was the
it back
last
to
one.
back. You could see why I was drinking. Those were bad.
Batman and Robin was the worst.
Yeah, Batman and Robin's a piece of shit.
I don't remember which one it was.
They're
but
both
it was,
fucking bad.
Of course you don't remember.
And then on top of that, we didn't even watch the good ones. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, all right.
We didn't even watch Batman Begins or any of that. Like, the fuck?
They're not on any wheels. We got to get them on some wheels. Maybe somebody's personal wheel can put them on. Here,
Oh
somebody-
man, we should have just done them next.
I didn't think
I
about
don't
it.
remember. I don't remember what the fuck happened after that.
We had to fucking watch Batman and
We need
Robin.
I feel like we need to call one of the wheels just the tip wheel. I don't know what it would be of. I don't know what would be on that wheel, but we should call it just the tip.
Well, again, this is how we get into things. Just good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Give me your Facebook.
Hello, Facebook user.
If you want your name
Hello,
to
Facebook
show up,
user.
if your name and your picture show up, just hit the top link, and your name and stuff will show up. Just so Facebook will allow it.
I don't know what we put on just the tip wheel. Maybe we can call it.
We
Just
got
the wheel.
hella fucking wheels because we're gonna add another wheel. We just added the rice and beans wheel, right?
Yes.
I
Yes.
gotta send in my movies for that. Yes.
That's a slice of a wheel.
Nah, it's cool. I took care of it.
That's another
Yes,
wheel.
No, I'm kidding.
Yo, I find.
I sent them 35 of them just in case.
I did not know what to put on there, man. I just picked random shit.
Just because I remember the number on that one, there's 24 movies on that wheel. Because for me, I'm just like, all right, I'm married to a Puerto Rican. I could just have her do my picks because she's just gonna. And the funny thing was, she got mad because Chris sent his picks in. Like she gave me a list months ago, but we didn't get this wheel done. I don't know where that list is. So she made another list, but before she made that list, Chris had already sent his picks in, and she was mad.
All of them were matched.
His picks, Puerto Rican Chris. She was like, figures he'd pick this movie, and like, you know how they do the neck roll and the finger roll, Chris. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Figure he.
Yep. She's freaking Puerto Rican. Of course he picked this.
Damn it.
And then she called out the Dirty Dancing. She's like, Dirty Dancing? How's that? And she was like, oh, never mind. It's this one.
Havana Nights.
Havana Nights.
Jesus.
Yeah. So that's going to be a fun wheel, though.
I put one called Super Lopez.
That's
I assume is George Lopez in that?
No, it's not.
So
It's
My list 37.
it's like the cover is like a Puerto Rican Superman.
There's some crazy shit on here.
All right, I will work on that tomorrow and get those sent.
Yo, I forgot
Okay.
to go live on my end, bro.
So, gentlemen, what movie do you guys want to start with?
I got more notes on Straight Outta Compton, just so.
All right,
Let's start there.
I think I don't know what that means.
Fuck, I do it live.
Coming to America, then. It seems like it'll be the one that'll be a little bit quicker to get done. In a sense.
I'll do coming. I vote Coming to America first.
Okay, let's go.
Okay,
Yo,
so
Luigi wish he had this much swagger.
early ratings, no reason. Luigi Lopez.
Which one we doing?
Coming to America. Early rating, no reason.
Oh, coming to America. It's just like me and my brother Mario. We coming to America. You know, we do it. And then we do the plumbing thing and we save the princess. You know, and then we eat the meatballs. This one here, though, it's Eddie Murphy. It's fucking hilarious. You can't, even though it's still kind of dated for imagery or whatnot, but it's still, you can put yourself back in the time for it. Starting off on it with just that being said, like, that was not enough. I'm going with 8.
Okay.
I'm giving it an 8 too. I just spilled a little beer, so I'm cleaning shit up.
You got so
party foul.
I
really enjoyed this. I haven't watched it in years. There was even a little more risque than I even thought, and we'll go into that a little bit. I have some other fun comments, but fucking honestly, Eddie Murphy's face when he smiles just fucking cracks me up immediately before he even says anything.
This big ass smile.
I give it an 8.
8. Nice.
I give it a 7. It's good. It's funny. This is like peak Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
The height of his powers. Well, I forget when Delirious came out. Before this? After this?
86,
Somewhere around
87.
Around,
Before it, I'm pretty sure.
Before that, yeah. So I mean, he was on his shit, and so yeah, this stuff is really funny. Again, he plays like 10 characters, 20 characters.
Yeah, I know, right?
And they're all like really funny. Like, so yeah, it's just hella cool. So I give it a 7.
7. Nice.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay. One second, just put that down. 8. My turn. My turn.
30.
A 10.
Wow.
Wow.
It's hilarious. Eddie Murphy at his peak, at his best. And you gotta love it. There was titties in it too, which was also a plus. But I loved it. I really enjoyed it. This one I went back to. And honestly, I watched Coming to America, the fucking new one.
2.
No comparison. No comparison.
I gotta watch it. I
I
haven't
didn't
watched
see
the
it
sequel.
yet. I
It's a
didn't.
cash grab.
I didn't hate it. It was just one of those things where it's like I watched it to say I watched it. You know what I mean? Will I watch it again? Maybe.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
I still think my favorite line in
Yeah,
this
that
movie
shit.
was "The royal penis is clean, Your Highness."
Yeah.
Nah, when they tell them put it in, that they gotta chop off the skin, and they're like, it was just a test.
there was a little more raunchiness in this movie than I remembered.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Like a 9. Nice.
Also a solid 9. Mike Clark. Yes.
Mike.
Thanks for watching, Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Mike.
Absolutely.
Was like this is the first movie where Eddie Murphy plays multiple characters. Like he's at least 2 or 3 of the 4 or 5 barbershop people. He's the white
Yeah.
Jewish guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under all the makeup.
Everybody. Yeah.
No, I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that filth. I don't allow that on my TV.
What was it?
The college
Buckeyes?
football game.
I'm a Michigan Wolverine.
fucking destroyed MSU. Like, holy
So
shit.
yeah, I didn't even dream about
I
it.
I looked at that score. I was like, "Is that right? The fuck? What? What?"
I don't watch college football unless I got money on it, and until that becomes legal until that becomes legal in New York, I can't.
58
It's not-
to 18.
It's not legal in New York. What? You got to go to Jersey to bet?
So if we want to do
Oh shit.
no, online sports betting, like we can't bet online. We'd have to go to a physical casino and place a bet.
Yeah.
But the
And that's only like 2 years old, maybe.
Mhm.
I think the online sports book is supposed to be legal by the time the Super Bowl starts.
Nice.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
I know, really, shocker. I'm gonna be,
Yeah, shocking.
I'm gonna be broke as shit during the
Yeah,
Super
right.
Bowl in February.
Well, hey man, just like always bet on heads. All right, that's what I gotta tell you. Start off the
See,
game right, bet on heads.
You know what
win
I
some
do?
money.
I like to bet overs because this way I'm happy anytime somebody scores, just like real life.
My favorite. So like my bet, I would do this every year.
Come to
My bet-
Rivers Casino.
My bet would be like always first score is a safety because that paid out. It was like twice in 3 years. That should happen. Like, and it's like 250 to 1 or something. So you bet like $100, you make.
So there was
Damn.
a time where I had 2 bookies. I had 2 bookies at one time, and one of the Giants Super Bowls, probably the first one where they beat the Patriots, basically put
18-1?
bookie out of it put one bookie out of business. Like I didn't get my money for months.
God
Yeah.
damn.
Well, he had to shake down other people. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, fuck.
he's like, fuck. So I need the money because now I have to pay people.
Did he shake you down, Chris? Did you get shaken down?
I didn't. I never got. Listen, I don't bet more than I can afford to lose. I think the most I've ever lost was like $125 or something like that.
Smart.
Like I mean, I kept it fairly small. The more I win, then I would just kind of bet that, like later on in the day, maybe.
Smart man.
So while I had somewhat of a problem, but I wasn't betting more than I could afford to lose.
Hmm.
Smart man.
It's fun though, man. Just drinking, smoking, and gambling. It's a trifecta of fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got to get that action.
Yeah, you got to get that sweet action.
That really gets the heart pounding when you can bet on
It does, man. Makes life worth living. I forgot what we were talking about. Movies, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Chris has
About being degenerates.
Yeah.
We are. We're good at that. We're great at that. So
Hey, let me break this down to you because this didn't dawn on me until I was almost done watching Coming to America. This is a fucking romantic comedy,
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I never even dawned on me. It's not just a comedy; it's a fucking romantic comedy.
It is.
Well-
Like, but I still don't take it as it is. You know what I'm saying?
You
Do-
could
do-
classify it as that, though.
Something that
Yeah.
would really blow your mind is like shit like 48 Hours is also a romantic comedy. The buddy cop Lethal Weapon movies are romantic comedies. It's just the guy version.
Bromance.
When it's 2 guys falling in love.
Like a
But
bro.
love is we go and we kill some fucking
Hello, mama.
evil people.
She gave it an 8.
Oh yeah.
Bad boys.
James'
Hey,
mom.
Susan!
Yeah, that
My
one. Yeah.
mom's. It's my mom's.
His mom's.
Gave
Yeah, but
it an
she's the
8.
podcast. She's the podcast mom now, James.
One of our strongest supporters.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Greatly
She's
appreciated.
proud
Thank
of
you,
it.
James's mom.
Yes.
Yes. The pod mom.
His
Yeah.
mom has
Mom.
got it going on.
Oh God, I miss gambling.
Go with the quality, guys. We try. We try, but it doesn't. And we're less than 15 minutes in. We're already fucking that up.
I'm drunk, so I'm going off on all
Yeah.
kinds of rails here.
I mean, did you see the intro?
Yeah, it's going to be a train wreck episode.
Yeah.
You know, we're trying to get.
Wow, I thought it was good. You know what, guys?
Train wreck in a good, best possible way. Coming to America had more titties than I thought too. I was not expecting that, honestly.
But were you mad about it?
No, not at all. I'm never mad about it.
Never.
Now you
Oh
you
my
see where I'm
God.
coming from. When they're in the movie, it's like, oh, cool. At least
Now-
that, even if the
I've-
movie's bad, that part of the movie was the best part of the movie.
I've never been watching the movie, had a pair of breasts show up on screen, and thought, I'm annoyed.
Like that's it. Shut it off.
That's
God
it.
damn it.
I'm done. I'm done. Fuck this.
Turn this fucking movie off.
I'm like,
How
who's
dare
creating-
they?
This is horrible creative direction. Who thought of this?
Me.
There is a lot. This is like a movie Aaron would make. He was like every scene. He's like, yeah, he's taking a bath. Yeah, people wash him. Every girl's naked in that tub.
It would only make sense.
Well, the royal penis is clean, Your Highness, is one of the best lines I've ever heard in a movie. Just that's fucking hilarious.
Because you know what it is? It made it seem like she was doing something else.
Hey,
he
You
was
guys
doing
standing there?
something else.
She just came out of the water. She's like, it's clean. You know, you're like, what the fuck?
I lied.
It's also empty.
Yeah, it's also
Hey.
empty.
That's a win-win. Just
Oh man.
that time.
I want a woman. Like, shut up. This whole.
Now, would you guys be annoyed like he was?
No.
You can't do nothing yourself. Everybody just even brushing
I
teeth. He has to sit
don't
there.
know, man. You grow up that way. If you think about that in an actual logical perspective, you grow up that way with everybody doing everything for you. I don't know. I'd like to think I'd want to venture out on my own and see what life is like to do shit myself.
Yeah.
I feel like
you
human
said,
nature.
yeah,
You're never happy. You always want what you don't have. You know what I mean? Or what
That
you
makes
can't
sense
have.
too, though.
So it's
And-
like,
but you could also be one of those ones that's just like you love it to the point where you're just like a snob about it. Like you're better than the whole world because
Oh yeah, there's plenty of people like that.
Yeah, slap him.
Yo, and the thing is, you don't even have to be a prince to have that, yo. His fucking Arsenio Hall semi, fucking backup, yo, he had it made too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He did.
Walking around, that dude's walking around with a semi most of the movie because he's not getting laid until he tricks the sister into thinking he's the actual prince.
Yeah,
That was funny.
That's why
just
his
walking
name's
a
Semi.
wad of cash.
Yeah, that's why his name's Semi.
You know what the funny?
It's supposed to be pronounced Semi.
You know what's funny about that too is like his punishment. Like when the king comes, and they tell him to go to like the nicest hotel in New York. He's like, "You're going to the nicest
That's your
hotel."
punishment.
Punishment. I was like, okay, and you're gonna get a better. You're gonna get the nicest clothing and all this other. Like, what kind of fucking punishment is this? You're gonna have the best food, like everything that you pretty much left at home that you really wanted anyway. You're getting that back. Like, here's enough of your freedom.
And as great as Eddie Murphy is playing Akeem, the prince and everything, those fucking barbershop scenes are the most hilarious parts of this movie for me. Where he's playing the barber, like he's playing the main barber, he's playing the white Jewish guy,
Yeah.
and like one other guy that you barely see, but Arsenio Hall is the other guy, and it's just fucking those. Just the
Arguing
banter
whoever's the
is
best
fucking-
boxer.
Yeah, the boxer scene where they're talking about who's the best boxer. That's fucking hysterical.
The one dude made believe he knew everybody. I met him. I asked him. You know,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
197 years old.
Yeah.
There's the scene where the barber's talking about how he met Martin Luther King Jr. He's like, you didn't
Yeah.
meet fucking Martin Luther King.
He was like, yesterday I got knocked out. I woke up. With just the rants that he went on just had me rolling.
The
Like,
thing is, there is people in the world who are like that, like who will
Yeah.
say shit like
Yeah,
that,
just say
especially like
shit.
an old timer. They're like,
Oh,
man, I met this, but like, motherfucker, you never left New York. What the fuck you
Yeah.
talking about? You met
what are you
this
talking
person.
about?
Yeah.
You take your medicine, Greg.
But that scene is funny.
Oh, they're
That,
hilarious. They're
barbershop
hilarious.
shit.
They help. They're some of the funniest. I feel like they're some of the funniest scenes in comedy movies because they're done so well and it's so like just on point. And
I don't know, man. It's great because watching Eddie Murphy play all these characters in 1988 in this movie is hysterical. Watching him and like Nutty Professor do all the shit, that is great. It's still somewhat funny.
Oh, it was funny, but yeah, this was definitely better. This
was like peak Eddie Murphy.
yeah.
I don't. Maybe because the story was better or something
could
like. I
be.
don't know, man.
I kind of wish they would have done some type of you know how Barbershop was with Ice Cube type deal, them in that type of era of their life, of their time, like how they all met and who actually ended up together at the end type deal and still comes to the shop.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Just I always thought that would have been kind of dope to get a story from them.
Probably be funny as hell too.
There would.
Gotta be
All the
funny.
antics from the neighborhood and shit.
But
I was also cracking up where Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall are just kind of like basically they do that like interview and montage when they're at the bar of the dates of the women. I'm just cracking up as that's going along till it ends with like I think the last scene is where Arsenio Hall is playing a woman in the red dress. It's like I want to. She's basically like I want to bang you and your friend. I'm into group stuff.
Yeah. They're like, what the fuck?
Oh, that whole scene was just hilarious. It was
That was fantastic.
It was
rip off McDonald's.
Oh, McDowell's. That whole thing is good.
Even had the book, the fucking operation
yeah.
manual.
But you know what cracked me up most about that? The funniest scene that was related to anything about them ripping off McDonald's. Eddie Murphy is pretending to mop the floor as he walks by the window where I forgot the girl's, the actress's name that he's into. Is it Lisa?
Yeah, Lisa.
She's sitting at the desk typing. He's walking by the window pretending to mop and just has that giant fucking smile on his face.
Yeah.
That cracked me up more than most of the scene. A lot of the scenes in the movie. I don't know, dude. His face fucking makes me laugh.
Chub fest. Yeah,
I agree. 100%.
Sexy. Yeah.
What was that fucking hair shit called? Something glow? Soul glow?
Soul glow, baby. Soul glow. I wrote that
glow.
down. Dude, what was up with the Jerry curl?
I don't know, man.
It was a time, man.
It was a time. Like even the parents, like they left the stain on the couch.
Yep.
I even wrote down a note about that. There's like the fucking Jerry curl stains on the couch when they got up.
That's one way these two movies connect. The Jerry curl.
Oh
yeah.
Dude, I got
and Straight Outta Compton.
That is a great connection because I have a note about that for the Straight Outta Compton when we talk about it.
We'll get to soon. Don't worry, people. But
what about the Miss Black Awareness pageant? and the preacher going crazy about it.
Yo, the preacher was funny as shit too. He was like so over animated. He's like, "God love you."
I'm gonna tell you this, James. I'm gonna tell you this, James. That was not exaggerated. Go to a black church, maybe a minority church in general. That energy is just. I'm like, how are you 97 years old jumping around like that? Any other day of the week?
Yeah,
dude, I have no.
How is your foot not turned to dust?
I'm white, and I have no doubt, and I don't go to church, and I'm sure I have no doubt black churches are so much more entertaining.
Chris, put it this way: if you go to a black church and try to participate in everything, you're gonna come home fucking exhausted, like you were working all day.
It could replace my workout for the day.
Hey, like Sarah, listen, I'm just gonna take a quick shower.
I need a nap.
I'm not even gonna have dinner.
I need a nap.
Fucking legs are sore and shit, like you've been on a farm.
I've never been more full of the spirit, and I need a nap.
Listen, you're going to be jumping all around, and then when church is over at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, you're going to have dinner with them, but it's going to be like soul food, so you're going to be even more exhausted after you eat that. You might just.
I'm going to have diet. I need the bathroom, and I need a mattress. That's how my day is supposed to end.
Sleeping on the toilet, chicken grease all over your face.
That sounds magical.
Grease.
Yo,
chicken grease and mac and cheese. Just I have mac and cheese all over me. The chicken grease. That sounds wonderful, man.
The itis is real. It's just not Thanksgiving.
It's real.
Some
it's
waffles.
Gonna be real this week.
It sounds like a hell of a day.
Let's start a debate here. You think it was too early? You think that girl cheated on the boyfriend?
Oh
She broke it off with him.
Not before she started. Not before
Yeah,
she kissed
now
Akeem.
she was flirting and kissed him.
She kissed Akeem first before she gave any indication of breaking it off with him.
That fucking slut. No.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, cheater, man.
I died laughing when Eddie Murphy as Akeem goes and starts talking, trying to connect with the boss, and starts talking about the football game. And he's like, "Son, if you do anything, you got to stay off drugs. This job."
Oh shit! He just said it was a clip of
the clip. This is a meme I see all the time.
I muted it just to be safe. But
I need to at least go once.
Kristen, this is what you guys do.
I'm not. The only time I go to church is with my wife on Christmas, with her family.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I'll do church. But I had to at least go see that one.
You guys
I gotta sit in the back. I can't participate.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have the energy.
Yeah, look, everyone's getting up and shit.
Nah, that's too much.
Look at this dude. He is dying. He's like literally up there dying.
This is
Ah,
calm
man.
still.
Yo, I'm
This
not
guy
gonna
looks
lie.
more sweaty than I am wet when I take a shower.
Yeah.
Yo, and that suit is
Sweating
like
bullets.
Steve Harvey suit. That shit.
Yeah, he's wearing a Steve Harvey suit.
Yo, the fucking chairs are even more.
I'm awake.
Shining.
I'm awake.
No, you're not, Chris. You haven't woken up to Jesus.
Yo, this I'm telling you. Look, see,
Oh,
look at her
yeah.
sitting down, ready, just ready.
Oh,
and this
man.
is still calm.
Is he getting ready to give him a middle tooth? Because that's a big gap.
Oh,
Dude, he's royalty.
Yeah,
yeah.
look at that.
Wow.
He can whistle real fucking loud.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man. Oh my god. What the fuck?
It's coming.
Yeah.
It's coming. I'm rocking in my chair, bro.
That's way too much energy for me, man.
Bishop T.D. Jakes.
Yeah,
I'll sit
that's
way in the
actually
back.
kind of calm.
That's
I'll
actually
It's
that's
crazy.
not bad.
calm. That's
That's not
calm.
bad.
Yeah, that is calm.
I'll sit way in the back, man.
Literally, like the dude on stage will be running back and forth, jumping around, and like the whole
Jumping
front
and
two
shit,
rows
yeah.
will be doing the same shit, jumping around and all this other crazy shit.
I feel like it's a comedy club. If you sit too close, they're gonna make you participate.
Yeah, no, for real. Look, go in the front. Do you feel, James? Do you feel Jesus?
I'm like, I can't handle
No,
this,
do you
man.
feel
James,
Jesus right
James.
now in your bones?
I feel like we need to do a P&P outing to like a black
Oh my god.
Sunday church session.
I'm telling you, you'll be like, holy.
I don't know if I have to. I'm telling you, man, I'm broken. I don't know if I have mentally.
Puerto Rican
I don't have
Chris
to-
is dying.
Dude, the cameras would need to be everywhere. Everybody would have to have a GoPro on them or something.
Yeah. Or like a little hidden camera and shit.
We gotta show. We all four. Because Ibrahim's not in New York, so the four of us have to show up wearing popcorn and pint shirts.
Yeah.
And just fucking enjoy.
We bring him on a tablet.
Yeah. So somebody
Put it on a
has
little
iPad,
stand.
Just hold them up.
Yeah, put that shit up there.
Oh
Be here,
shit.
See Ibrahim, look at the tab and see Ibrahim running around the background. I got it.
Stomping.
Mhm.
Putting out
I'm like
fire.
running in and out of frame. It's like, Jesus.
Jesus.
Here could be a
Just running back and forth yelling Jesus.
Oh man.
This is
Wow.
a great episode. I hope people watch this.
They need to, but I think I should probably pull the wheels up now, huh?
No,
Yeah.
I got more
Yeah.
stuff to talk about.
Oh, okay,
Let's
Yeah, we're
spin
still on here. Yeah.
We're still
talking
going
about
here.
these wheels?
What time is it?
it's still spinning talk though.
All right. So according to Arsenio Hall,
Titty Smith,
first off,
everything's
Paramount Pictures insisted in having a white person in this.
why?
I don't
Yeah.
know. I couldn't find the specific.
It's probably one
I
of those
think we know
things, like-
why.
Yeah, we know
Where-
why. It's one
where
of those
was
things
it?
is you gotta throw someone in.
So they like
Where were
Arsenio
they?
Hall and Eddie Murphy were given a list of white performers, and they picked Louis Anderson because
Louis,
they
yeah,
did-
the guy, the counter from the
Yep,
McDonald's.
yeah.
Yeah, he's welcome to the barbecue though, so I
He
mean,
is.
that kind of doesn't count.
I
That's
used to
why-
watch this TV show. Louis Anderson.
Life with Louis or whatever. it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah,
Dude,
hell
Eddie
yeah,
Murphy
that
did
was
not get
awesome.
along with the director of this movie, John Landis.
John Landis, yeah.
Huh.
Landis had a
Yeah,
bunch
OG,
of flops.
OG.
No, he's not OG.
80s, 90s.
Okay.
I was thinking I was gonna hit the rice and
I don't
beans.
think there's that many movies left on this one. This guy hit
Howard
quite
the
a bit.
Duck on this? We gotta watch Howard the fucking Duck.
I think Howard the Duck is on there.
Yeah,
Bestiality, man.
Yeah, I mean he, like,
Howard Duck.
doesn't that happen in that movie?
Howard Duck gives the D to Caroline.
Oh yeah,
in the
he
City,
gives
too.
more. Yeah, that's a lot of D. That he
Oh,
gives
man.
Caroline in the City. or
I
whatever.
like how I just like randomly put some really trolly shit on there. There's a 4-hour movie on there.
You
God
son of a bitch!
There's a 4.5-hour movie.
You son of a bitch!
Yo, I'm gonna take fucking time off.
Wayne's
work.
World.
It's a 4.5-hour movie. What the
Back
fuck
to
is
the Future?
Back to the
Oh,
Future.
my God, man.
No, Little Monsters.
no, it's gonna be
No,
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
it? Okay, I like Back to the Future.
Oh, all right.
Marty McFly.
That's
with
movie
it.
number one.
Oh, we got a little incest in this one, guys.
You know, I used to love this movie. Honestly, I haven't actually sat down and watched it through its entirety
Ooh.
in a very long time.
I'm hoping for Wayne's World.
So I'm hoping I
Wayne's
still
World.
enjoy it.
We've hit this
Unless-
wheel a lot.
Unless
Interesting.
Howard the Duck's on here. I want Wayne's
I
World.
think Howard the Duck is on here.
I thought that was on the OG wheel, but
It's on one of them.
Oh,
Thanks.
maybe.
If you want to be my lover.
No, I put
Oh,
Wayne's
Wayne's
World.
World. Is that a creep?
Party
No.
time.
Yes,
Falling
it
down.
is.
Land.
It's gonna be Wayne's
World. Wayne's World, yeah.
Oh, it's Wayne's World.
Oh! Yes!
I'm gonna call
There
it.
you go.
Aaron is not gonna like this one.
Oh yeah, Aaron's gonna hate this shit.
I don't think he'll like it, but I think he'll like it better than some of those stoner movies we watch.
Yeah, and I think he'll like it better than Naked Gun.
Oh, yeah.
I hated that movie.
Hold on. I got some more stuff about Coming to America.
Coming
So,
to America.
Eddie Murphy and Landis didn't like each other when they recorded this, but they eventually got back together. Oh, somebody sent us a link.
YouTube link.
They eventually got back together for Beverly Hills Cop 3. Eddie Murphy made $8 million on this movie, plus 15% of rentals.
Damn.
Paula Abdul was the choreographer on this movie. Which
From
was
what
weird.
part? The church dancing on the stage?
Any of the dancing. Cuba Gooding Jr., he was the kid in the barbershop chair.
Yeah,
his
getting his
first,
haircut.
his first movie role.
Wow.
It's cool.
Vanessa Williams was originally considered for the role of Lisa.
We gotta go back to that Cuba Gooding Jr. thing. That's kind of huge because you're around fucking legends.
But he didn't talk. He just sat there.
No, just being
No, man, but he made more money than we ever made at a week at a
That's
job.
true. That's true.
yeah, just to
Probably
be in
true.
their presence like that. Rub elbows with them to probably learn a little bit of shit from them just from that little. Yeah,
And the name of the fictional African country, Zamunda. This was taken from the Richard Pryor routine that he referred to a fictional African tribe. So Richard Pryor connection.
nice.
Nice.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
he loves Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
But yeah, Landis was a piece of shit, to be honest. He was involved in one of the worst like accidents in a film. Like
Oh yeah,
ever.
he was on trial
saying
for
a lot.
murder
Yeah.
charges, basically.
Like they did this thing with the helicopter. He's like, oh yeah, little kid,
Oh,
go near
yeah.
the helicopter, and then the fucking kid's head got.
I
So
seen that
yeah,
movie, the
Twilight
helicopter
Zone movie.
crash,
He
yeah.
got charged. A Twilight Zone movie he was filming. He had a couple flops, and then he was doing this Twilight Zone movie. A helicopter crash with like two kids and
Yeah.
like their parent. He was literally on trial for like murder charges.
Yeah. Aaron, that was on that curse thing from Shudder.
Mhm.
Curse
That's
film.
He got away,
Films.
and he did not get charged. Eddie Murphy hired him because they had worked together before. Like the studio didn't want to hire him. Eddie Murphy wanted him.
Yeah,
And Eddie Murphy's like, I saved his career, and they.
and he still treated me like shit.
And he
Fucking
still
asshole.
treated me like shit. And then they had this big rift until they came back together for Beverly Hills Cop 3 somehow.
One of the best ones.
Mm-mm.
I love Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Yeah.
3 was awesome. The fucking theme park was awesome. Wonderland.
It's like
or
my-
what was it?
My only problem with Eddie Murphy is like why do you have to get? So like, there's a movie he did where he directed, but you can tell he didn't really direct it. What was that? Harlem Nights? That movie?
Yeah.
It's like, why the fuck is he like getting all these like guys like John Landis? Like, why couldn't he get like Spike Lee or someone to do it? Someone else, anyone else, other than these fucking guys.
Well,
Mm.
from
To
what
make
I
these
can
movies.
find, at least for Coming to America, like he remembered that he liked working with Landis because they worked on something earlier. I forgot what. And he's like, all right, I will try to help him out, basically, out of a jam. And then it didn't go like he had hoped.
A Spike
Oh wait, he's still a fucking asshole. Oh well.
Yeah.
Spike
Try to
Lee,
be a good guy.
With a film would be some shit though.
Well, Spike Lee's known for what, like the doc type movies, right?
Yeah.
Did he ever do a comedy?
Yeah, I think so. One of them was a comedy.
Stella
I
got
forget.
her back.
Yeah, some shit like that. Something.
Oh, okay.
But I think they could do something.
Oh, by the way, Eddie Murphy was almost in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Dope.
Really?
Was he really?
They pitched him that movie, and they wanted him to be the lead detective guy, but he did not understand the movie. He did not get it. He was like,
Oh.
it's like, wait, I'm gonna be in a cartoon. It's like, no, we're gonna have you, and then the cartoons are gonna be with like what? And he's totally didn't get it.
Yo, he would have made that so funny.
Dude,
It
that's
would've
like
been really rated R.
That would have been
I
awesome.
really like. That's a regret that he wasn't in that
Yeah,
movie.
man.
Like he just did not fucking get it. He did not understand.
No,
what
see,
they
knowing
were
that
saying.
makes me want, because I haven't seen that movie in fucking years.
I was gonna put it on the list.
That's a good
I
one.
haven't seen that movie in years, but it's like it makes me want to see that movie just because of that, and then just kind of picturing Eddie Murphy in these scenes and how much better he would have made it.
Yeah, how much funnier it would have been.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yo, I only
See, but that's the thing. Like,
goddamn comments.
and this other thing. Like, there are certain people at certain times you just say yes. You know, I mean, Robert Zemeckis, the guy who makes Back to the Future, just do the movie. Just do it. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, next week's gonna be fucking awesome. Back to the Future and Wayne's World.
Yeah.
I'm pumped up already.
He's excited. He's gonna.
I
also-
am. I'm drunk and excited.
Yeah, he's very.
Wow.
Take your
I'm
shirt
not-
off.
I'm not-
Stick it
I'm
right
not
in there.
Aaron
Feel
drunk.
like a helicopter.
Nah, that's good.
I'm
You
not
don't want
fall
to do
down
that
the stairs
stuff.
and disappear drunk.
I didn't fall down the stairs, but I did disappear. You don't want
Drunk
to.
and excited.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Netflix and chill type.
Drunk and excited.
Are we talking straight out of Compton now?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
Jump into that one.
I'm excited. Again.
Me too.
And I can't say a lot of stuff. I can't say.
All right.
I can't repeat nothing.
I can.
We have to tell
Oh.
Aaron what to say this entire
Yeah.
time. That's how
fine.
this works.
Yeah, you're gonna be the hype man. I'm gonna start a sentence, and when the word comes out, you say it.
Got it. Early rating, James.
Go ninja, go ninja, go.
This was a long movie, longer than I thought, but it
Yeah.
was so detailed and so good. Like I was into it a lot. Like just the back shit. I seen this before, but I didn't really remember it.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna give this one an 8 also.
Okay.
Oh, starting out with both white guys first. Okay.
Yeah.
Put us in the spot.
I know. I haven't watched this before, and I remember being excited that I wanted to see it when it was coming out. Being born in '83, I wasn't obviously I was unaware of N.W.A. in 1986 when they got together, and I was 3 years old. But I eventually got to know them, got into like '90s rap, and of course, following Dre and Snoop, heard of N.W.A. So I was excited to finally watch this. I give it a 9. This movie's fucking cool. And it's awesome to see kind of the backstory, even though you can take some of course, any biopic with a grain of salt to some extent. And we'll get into that more. But I give it a 9. It's an awesome movie. It went more into their solo careers afterwards that I was excited about. But
Nice.
9.
Ebs?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
give it an 8. I really like this movie. I think it's one of the better like biopic movies, like period, because they can get really kind of formulaic. There's sort of a formula in them, but this one, like, I don't know, it just really kind of it does a good job of it without it feeling like, okay, I know what's coming. Now this is gonna happen. Now this is gonna happen. And there's some really like, there's a lot of nudity. There's a lot of like some violence.
Baby. Titties.
There's fucking God, wasn't it Suge Knight, right?
Suge Knight.
What a
Yeah.
fucking dick, man.
What a piece of shit.
Piece
What
of
a piece
shit.
of shit. I can't wait till we talk about the Suge Knight scene. So yeah, I mean, there's and it's like this is just the surface level of what these people were really like, which is even crazier.
Yeah.
I also like the cameos. Like they had Lakeith Stanfield play Snoop Dogg. That was really
Yeah.
cool. That was really fucking cool. And like there's this, and then there's like a scene where where what's his name? Like he's like writing the script for Friday, or he's reading
Ice Cube.
one of the
Ice
two.
Cube.
Ice Cube.
Yeah, Ice Cube was like reading the script. He's like, oh, this is really funny, and it's just
Yeah,
like,
man.
okay, I get that. I
He
get it.
references the line, "You got knocked the fuck out." I'm like,
Yeah,
dude.
not them.
Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah,
So yeah, I
okay.
give this an 8. It's really fun.
Nice.
I'm right there with Ollie. I day one enjoyed this thing. 8.
8?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm back at it, motherfuckers. I gave this one a 10 as well. I just really,
Double tens.
I really enjoyed it. First time watch for me for this one. And I just love the story because I'm someone I love music in general, whatever, and I love I love documentaries, and this was like similar, actually very similar to the two films we watched for the cinematic canon as far as like the way it told the story. Like it was like a documentary thing / movie. I don't know how to explain it, but it was just like it was like a deeper dive documentary, but more entertaining, I guess. Like you're seeing everything play out. I don't know.
I'm a sucker for anything music related because music and beer are basically my passions.
Yeah,
and like I said, growing up, like I was born in '83. Aaron, James, you were born about the same time.
83, yep.
85.
85. I don't know about Puerto Rican Chris and Ibrahim. How old are you guys?
1886.
1886.
Okay. Pilgrim time.
Motherfucker. 1886.
He's a fucking vampire.
I was one of them good old boys that made it out.
James and Aaron, how much do you remember about the 80s as opposed to the 90s? Early 90s.
Okay, so 80s music, yes. When I was in the 90s growing up, I listened to a lot of 80s music.
But no, but
and 90s. But no, like growing up, like 86, like 83 too. Yeah, no, I don't remember.
No, so the 90s, like, despite being born in what you could classify as the early 80s, the 90s are what resonate with me because that's the time where I'm going through middle school, fucking high school. Those are the times that resonate with me. So I'm getting into, when I start really getting into music, it's that time where Dre is venturing out on his own. Snoop is hitting the scene.
Chronic,
And then obviously the internet's not around at the time. So you're getting word of mouth about N.W.A. and that shit. And then I go back and listen to that. I remember listening to the fucking Eazy-E solo album. Like, this is cool. As a kid, you think it's fucking cool because it's basically nothing but swear words.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's funny you say that because I think that's partially the music why you hear maybe a tiny bit that rebellious thing because you might understand the content, but you don't really understand the content. And then once you're an adult and you listen to this, you're just like, this is a really good fucking song. Not because of, you know, fuck you and all this other bullshit, but because
perfect example. The first time I heard the song, to me, it was just music. I didn't know there was a real meaning to it. Like when I first heard "Fuck the Police," it was just a song to me. I didn't know it was like a real. I had nothing against the police. I didn't know that shit was going down.
You're too young to understand.
So you just going around, you just think it's cool. Yeah, you're too young. You're like, yeah, fuck the police. Fuck the police. You just go around repeating it, right?
Well, I mean, in this scenario,
or fight the power, like that. Shit.
James and I
fight the power.
Clearly, in this fivesome that we have going on, James and I are kind of the outsiders in this scenario. So James and I are not going to have the appreciation for this probably as early on as the other three of you. No. But at the same time, I forgot where I had something else to say, and I don't remember what it was.
Well, there's also like I know for me when I was growing up, there was a big East Coast West Coast thing as well.
Right. So shit was just happening, like they showed in there, you know
and you know, to be honest, like people legit got killed over that shit. Like it wasn't a joke. But some of these people were involved in some ways in that stuff. Did they show that scene in this movie? I forget if they did or not. Like
so
where they went to a show in New York and they got booed and then they got fucking mad and shit. Yeah.
Did they show?
So I mean, it was big. You know.
Well,
there was not a lot of references.
They showed the Detroit one where the cops threatened them.
Yeah, but there were
like, fuck you. They're like, fuck.
Yeah, they said fuck the police anyway.
Yeah, that was more fuck the police. That wasn't really an East-West thing. They made a couple references towards the end about an East-West thing, but they didn't really go into that.
Well, this was like right before that shit happened. Like
it was before it happened.
Before that shit started to really happen.
Yeah.
And you know who was?
A bunch of people got killed.
Suge Knight was in the mix of that.
Getting people killed.
As soon as they let him in the picture, because for me, I know the history of Suge Knight, bits and pieces just from hearing from my older cousin talking about it, watching documentaries, music documentaries, all this other shit. And then you see the movie, and you already know in mind, like, all right, when is Suge gonna start? You know, stop pretending to be such a nice guy and start like showing who he really is. And you find out when he beats up the dude over a fucking parked in my spot, beat the fucking dude over a fucking parking spot. Like right there.
The thing is, he always had to show like no matter how much money he got.
Yeah,
like you see how Dre, like the rest of them, when they got the money, they're getting their thing done. They calm down a little bit. He had to make sure he was still hard 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was like, why? Like, you want to sit down, like, what was going through your mind? There's nothing for you to prove. You don't have to beat up somebody for parking in your spot.
No, but
that's just who he is, though. That's who he is. It's like that scene where, like, they had that guy and then he's, like, got the fucking dogs on him. Like, that's who he is, man. That's just who he is. And money just made him more of who he was. Just emboldened him.
There's the scene where he says he's from Bompton, not Compton, because he's a blood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't say the word C. I got to clap for you on that one. You got the reference with that.
Caught it.
Yeah. No, I got it because I put together notes.
Oh. I thought you got it from watching it.
No, because I put together notes before I watched this, so I knew he was going to say that line.
Like,
to be fair, but listen, as soon as I read that line, he says that line, I'm like, he's clearly means he's a blood.
Yep, that's why he had a problem when Dre had Snoop come in.
Yeah,
he had the blue flag.
I mean, even being white, if you learn about racism, that blood and Crips kind of comes. Blood Crip thing you kind of hear about.
Yeah, he didn't know for sure until Snoop said, "What's good, cuz?" The C word instead of the bro. Yeah.
And Dr. Dre didn't give a shit about that. He was like, "This is business. It's all about money."
Got nothing to do with the game.
Yeah, this is my boy. This is about money, and it was a smart move.
Got nothing to do with the game.
But I mean, come on. Even after the Rodney King beating, where they have the scene with the blood in the crypt holding a blue and red bandana tied together, I'm like, fucking
United. Yep.
United.
Yeah, it didn't last very long.
No, it did not.
And this isn't even just with gangs. This is just with ego, and there's still that dick swinging thing, basically. The dick swinging competition. And it's like, okay, well, you know, we both do music, we both do this, we're both cool with Dre, but I'm a blood, you're a Crip, so we're gonna beef about, you know what I mean? So it's still like something that's just like.
By the way, Ice Cube destroyed him.
Oh no!
Vaseline.
Yo, he won that battle, yo. He fucked it.
To this day, No Vaseline is probably a top 5 diss song of all fucking time. To this fucking day.
I have to say, I didn't realize N.W.A. was so Eazy-E focused.
Oh yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah. He's the one who started. He came like.
Even though he didn't want to, even though it wasn't his intention, or he was never
no, because he didn't.
Like
he's like, I got the money. I don't rap. He didn't know what the fuck.
He was kind of garbage at rapping.
Yeah, I know he was, and he was just basically there to finance it, and then somehow it became him, and then like everyone around.
Well, okay, this comes into it. The producer guy, right? Like this is another part of the story.
Oh, but
the producer guy was like very kind of pushing him to take over, so that he could control him and then get a bigger interest in the money that they were making.
But even before they came across that guy, like they were pushing Dre and Cube were pushing.
You know what it was though?
Cube was part of the band or the entertainment they.
Here's what it was with that though, because Eazy had the money, Eazy had the face, so like the hood knew who Eazy. They know not to fuck with him, but they knew he was the man. So it's like, why not put the man out there? Even if he's the worst rapper, we could write for him, get him to get like a simple flow, write for him, and then people are just like, oh shit, this is so and so. Oh, I gotta listen to this, and then it's that beat. That
marketing.
He's already an established hood brand. He's
exactly.
the dope man. He's the dope man. He's already established.
Yo,
what's up, John Henderson?
Henderson.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's marketing. Straight up, it's marketing. You know?
Smart marketing.
And that's why Cube had such a problem, though, is because it's like, yo, not for nothing, but none of this would be without me, because these were my words that I wrote.
Yeah,
for
you can't write and you can't rap.
I'm writing my lines. I'm writing.
And you can't produce either. You can't produce either because that's Dr. Dre producing this shit.
Mm-hmm.
No, dude.
Dr. Dre is the doctor of beats.
Yeah, and then
dude,
when
he was
like, I'm good. He did his thing, and then he heard that diss track. He's like, oh yeah, I want to play.
Yep.
I'm gonna show you what N.W.A. was by myself.
Yeah.
There's no question N.W.A. was a group effort, and they made it clear.
Of course, yeah. And it sucks because of Eazy passing. Like, I would love to have seen what would have happened with music if Eazy didn't pass, when they're all going to get back together.
They are going to get back together.
Crazy dope shit.
So, from what I was reading, obviously Eazy. I remember when he died, because I think that's the time I was trying to listen to his.
Then they had the Bone Thugs and Harmony.
96.
No, I kind of smiled at the Bone Thugs and Harmony references because I remember
Yeah.
fucking loving Bone Thugs.
I
and
love
Harmony.
that song, Crossroads.
That was awesome as shit.
And obviously,
But-
they're showing they're basically inspired by N.W.A. and Eazy-E. I mean, the look,
Yeah.
the Jerry curl. You know,
Yeah.
come on. We just
So-
like Jerry curls.
In real life, from what I could find, Q purposely chose not to go to Eazy-E, not to visit Eazy-E in the hospital or go to the funeral because he wanted the last time he saw him alive in the nightclub scene, which really happened, to basically be his last happy memory of Eazy-E,
Yeah.
where they were both excited to do something. Dre never got to say goodbye before he went or make anything up before he went into the coma. So
Yeah.
Dre's kind of always been haunted by that. But that is more of the truth. So
Eazy-E
that
died
part-
March 26, 1995.
So Dre never got to kind of make up with him before he went into the coma.
You know what's crazy? I think Dre and Tupac had a falling out before Tupac passed. I don't think they ever got to make up either, which is wild. Dre
It
got
is crazy.
People soon.
But now, was that triggered by Suge Knight?
Probably.
Probably.
That motherfucker sabotaged so much shit.
He did, yeah.
He
Well,
did.
it's all
Man.
about money and power.
That fucker's burning in hell. Hopefully.
He's in jail, right? Like he's in jail right now.
No, but you know what the fucking crazy thing is? He didn't even get sentenced to jail for anything until he got locked up for vehicular manslaughter after he was leaving the set of this movie.
He tried to run somebody over.
Yeah, he tried to run somebody over after leaving the set of this movie, and that's what got him finally arrested.
Fucking
None of the shit up until that point.
fucking dirtbag, man.
That's
If you got money and you got good lawyers, you're gonna get off on a lot of shit.
yeah, but I think a lot of his money is gone. So it's like
Oh, it is now.
You can't beat video footage. You can't beat traffic cams. You can't beat you at the scene. You can't beat
being
none of
black.
that.
like that thing.
All right.
Broken black. Yeah.
So here's some. Speaking of Suge, here's some crazy shit. So back in October 2017, there was a grand jury hearing somewhere in 2017 that indicated Suge Knight allegedly gave multiple warnings to menacing warnings to director F. Gary, who also did Friday. During filming, Gary would testify that he did not recall any of the calls or texts threatening his safety, which the district attorney, of course, referenced as intentional perjury out of fear.
Yeah. So he
Knight,
straight up lied so that he wouldn't get killed.
Yeah, Knight was allegedly angry at his depiction in the film and for not being compensated for his portrayal.
Well, the way he
just
was
because you were alive and existed at that point in time, and you happen to be
it's because he doesn't want to be depicted as an asshole, just like anybody wouldn't want to be.
I mean,
even though he is.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen the documentaries, camera.
First off, anybody doing dog fights needs to be burned in hell. That's my opinion. Because I love animals.
Didn't he make somebody drink piss?
Yeah, he was just fucking brutal,
he's just looking for an R. Kelly reference.
Yeah, he was.
I believe he really did that, though.
Was it the dude in the underwear?
It might have been. It might have been that scene.
Yeah, what was going on with that guy? I wasn't fully aware of what was going on. In that
Low man on the totem pole.
Yeah, that's why Drake came. He's like, "What the fuck you guys doing?"
Right?
What the fuck's going on in here?
Like,
that's really scary, because like when you have money and you're doing that shit, you are so far off the reservation that you gotta get the fuck away from them. And that's when he was like, "I'm done with you, motherfucker."
See, the thing is, Dre did it right. That's all Suge wanted is the money and shit. He's like, "You can have it all."
Yeah, kudos. Listen,
I'll start over, or he would have got killed. Honestly, he would have got beat up.
Probably sticking with death row, either that or in jail or something.
Yeah.
Kudos to fucking Dre for realizing how much of a dick Suge Knight was.
Yeah,
just
and how
setting
he
off
works.
on his own again.
How much of a sabotage?
And it was quick too. Dre knew he was doing it.
Dude.
He was recognized. Everybody knew who he was. It was an easy start over.
What's interesting about the movie is the way it kind of paints Eazy in the beginning as like a dick, as kind of being in behind the scenes control, and then I ended up feeling bad for him just because of how much he was taken advantage of, and of course,
fuck Jerry.
catching the HIV and dying.
Fuck you, Jerry.
Because Eazy probably thought of it, and the manager at the time was probably like, "Look, this is how the contracts are. and they're young. You don't understand contracts, and it's just here. You know what? Don't worry about lawyers. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Let's just say here's $100,000 for each.
First off, that should be a warning sign when someone tells you don't worry about the lawyers.
Yeah, but
that should be a fucking warning sign right there.
But imagine yourself growing up in that type of community and that type.
Yeah, you have no fucking clue. This is like standard across. Like that even happened to fucking Taylor Swift. Even there was what was it like a couple years ago? Taylor Swift, don't listen to this music because I don't own it. So don't listen.
And now she is literally re-recording her entire music catalog out of spite. Which is fucking awesome. Yeah. And hilarious.
Yeah, and so that shit happens all the time. Some like the same with what was it? The fucking Motown, all that shit.
Oh yeah.
Owned by someone else.
Yeah.
It's like, oh well, this random dude owns all that. Like what?
And
Gordon Berry? Was it
really
Gordon Berry?
Because it's like you didn't.
Yeah.
They
didn't do shit, but that's how the industry works. Like that's how it perpetuates itself. There's someone who fronts the money, and because of that, they own everything. And they own a bunch of shit, and most of the shit they own is worthless. And then they own one Aretha Franklin record, and they own the fucking N.W.A, and they own whatever else, and that stuff is worth like 90% of the value of what they're getting out of it. So they fuck people over.
But then you figure, I mean, Michael Jackson owned his own catalog, but then you figure you have artists that are talented like that have just hit after hit after hit, album after album after album, and they own maybe like 5% of it, if that. So it's like, you motherfucker, you greedy motherfucker, because then you're throwing it in movies, shows, like everything. It's
how it is, man. That's why they said the music industry is evil.
It is. Yeah. It really is fucked up, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so crazy because like when you start to like really peel the curtain on this shit and you see how it works, it's fucking weird, and it's like, what? You sign a contract where you sign away all your rights, even though you made all the music, and then this person just fronted you a little bit of cash, and now they own everything basically.
I think that's part of the key is, man, if you're a music executive, you're trying to find a band young and dumb enough to sign something like that.
Or just desperate.
Well, most of them sign it.
And you're so young and dumb that you're so excited to sign a contract to get your shit out there that you'd sign it.
It's getting better now.
That's
I think
why this day and age it's a little it's
big reason because of streaming. You could still use that extra exposure and still, you know what I mean? But it's a little easier with streaming because all you need is that one hit on YouTube to where just people are going through it, even if they're making jokes.
Yeah, that's an attention grabber. But
TikTok.
How is that making you money?
TikTok, yes.
Consistently,
they're independent rappers. They're not signed to music labels, and they're making as much as
you cut out
rappers
every
on a
middleman.
musical label.
Yeah, you cut out.
You got to know business though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like, I don't think it's really any better now. Because like the biggest thing now is that there's this massive complex around music where there are basically these really big, like Ed Sheeran. This dude is fucking huge, and whoever's behind him, they pay millions of dollars to make sure that his music is always on air somewhere in America.
I think he's independent now.
He's in what?
I believe he's independent now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but again, someone is like a lot of where they actually make their money. Like he has a huge tour, and his tour made like $1 billion.
Yep.
His tour made $1 billion.
Man, some of that money came from me a few years ago.
Yeah.
Listen, I went to so my girlfriend loves Ed Sheeran. We went to go see him when he played in Albany, New York. We went and saw him. Like I was mediocre on his music up until that point. I went and saw him. I'm not gonna lie, he puts on a great fucking show, man.
I've heard.
Like it's literally just him on stage.
Yeah, with a guitar.
With a guitar and all these effects. And you think that sounds stupid, but if you fuck up, he's literally repeating. He's basically, you're watching him set up the song.
Mm-hmm.
And he's repeating everything through these fucking foot pedals and shit.
Oh, yeah.
If he fucks up, that fuck up keeps repeating.
Yeah.
You need to be on top of your game.
Yeah.
The loop pedals, all that shit. Yeah.
So
yeah, but like that's how probably a guy like Ed Sheeran makes a lot of his money. Is like he does his tour, and the tour is tons of money.
Makes money just from selling albums. They make money on tours and
but the albums, because in order to like distribute,
now it streams.
Even to produce an album is like millions of dollars.
And
millions of dollars. It's crazy.
Don't just fucking throw Spotify out the window because no artist makes anything from fucking Spotify.
No, hell no.
and that's another place where they get you is like, oh hey, you guys, you want to do a recording session? Okay, so we'll do it. Sign this contract. You won't have to pay anything, and then we'll give you time in the studio to record in a professional studio that's worth $15 million. And now I own the rest of what you make for the next 25 years.
Yeah.
But that's just the way. And then on top of that, the other thing too is like when you think about like, so let's say that you're a new band. We want to like make sure that our first album is successful. Well, then there's other companies that can get you like, basically get a big singer to be on your album, which costs millions of dollars. And then again, that just makes it more likely that you're going to succeed from up front if there's a whole bunch of like random really good people on your album. Mm-hmm. But that costs money. That costs tons of money. And in the end, it all comes down to who has the money and the connections to get this stuff done.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of the time, like people, in order to get that, you have to know somebody or you have to sign away a bunch of rights.
Yep.
Yeah. It happens one way or the other.
And it's not worth it at the end of the day. I mean, if you really think about it, because there's a lot of artists that end up broke, but they have.
I think there's been, thanks to the internet and everything since that, because first off, I didn't know about the back and forth between N.W.A. and Cube when he went out on his own.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, initially. Yeah.
Because you're talking about early 90s there, but really before the internet was a thing, before we were old enough to know.
He was like the smartest one.
You probably could have seen it on MTV. Maybe.
Probably.
MTV News.
But you got to be at the point where you're actually listening to the lyrics and understanding and trying to get the message. We were too young for that in 92, 91 when that was going on, probably. Mm-hmm. Under 10 years old. Obviously now with the internet and everyone's fucking internet sleuthing, you pick up on anything whenever anybody says anything negative. So Jerry Heller, the manager, was even talking about he filed a lawsuit on this movie, basically against the filmmakers, protesting his depiction in the movie, claiming parts of it were taken from his fucking autobiography without his permission, which doesn't make sense. It's out there, it's in the public. I don't get how that is a fucking lawsuit.
Well, we live in a litigious society, so you can sue over anything. The question is if you win or not, really.
Fuck Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry.
But like, how much of a villain is he really? Like, obviously, they try to paint him as a villain, but he's a man looking out for himself in a position.
But part of me feels like he really did care a little bit, like for Eazy-E. Like,
no, of course not. No, he cared about the money, man. He cared about.
You didn't think he cared about him at all?
But he wasn't paying his bills.
But when you think about the industry itself.
Yeah, he's just another part of the industry. The industry, that's how it exists. There's millions of guys like him.
Yeah,
like I said, fucking Motown. Like you think the people who actually made the music own the music? No, it's owned by some people like him. Straight up.
That's why if you're going into music, you need to not. At this point, I think we're at a point where technology is advanced enough where you do not sign the rights away to any of your shit.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you don't have.
Well, like I said, but the problem is then. How do you distinguish yourself from being a fucking, like exactly a YouTube?
Yeah,
no, what's that other service? That other shitty service where it's all music? You know what I'm talking about?
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud, yeah, the SoundCloud rapper. Like maybe the SoundCloud rappers are fucking dog shit. They're bad.
Maybe it's a matter of what you can live with. With your own, just how you feel about life.
Well, the thing too with music, which I guess you could say with music, podcasting, and everything nowadays, is not only the product you put out, but then merch, marketing your merch. Like,
it's not exactly money. If you're a musician, money is not about the music anymore. It's about merch and getting people to come see you live.
Yeah.
Which, of course, the pandemic put a big fucking hit in.
Well, and then that kind of goes to the Travis Scott kind of shit. Because Travis Scott was a guy where they figured like, basically we have a guy who sucks at rapping, so let's see if we can market him to white dudes who like to mosh, and then we'll have these shows where he like tells people to fucking mosh and shit, and jump over the fence and bust into the show, and then we'll build this thing. Oh, and now a bunch of people get killed.
But okay, you mentioned white people. That is where all the money is when it comes to the rappers. Like when N.W.A. came out, they're making money from white kids because this is new to them. This is not shit they've heard before. So they're all
or living
literally, fists head over feet trying to spend money to get a hold of this shit. Whether it was to burn it, like at the church group.
Yeah, that's what he said. He was like, "Yo," that's what he said. He's like, "Yo, they bought our
white
shit."
people are just eating this shit up.
Yeah.
Whether they hate it or they love it.
Yep.
That's one that I'm glad you mentioned that though, James. That's one part I was thinking about and laughing at. I'm like, yeah, but you already bought it, so
that's what it is. That's smart
like,
business right there. He's like, "Yo, they bought it. I don't give a fuck what they do with it."
And you know what? I've always thought that. Like I've like book burnings, music burnings, shit like that.
Jersey burnings, like it was the dumbest shit in the world. Those fucking racist Kaepernick jerseys. Oh, I'm gonna go buy this jersey and then burn it. Oh,
like, hey, you bought it. I'm getting paid. Go ahead, motherfucker.
Yeah, super stupid. So fucking stupid.
If you're gonna do all that, steal the fucking shit and then burn it. That's doing something. But then you're looting, so I guess never mind. That's
not okay.
So some other crazy
go ahead.
Other funny stuff I found, the Jerry curl wigs. We mentioned Jerry curls with Coming to America. The wigs they were using in this movie, $15,000 each.
Damn.
Wow.
It's gotta look good. Expensive.
Ice Cube and Eazy-E's.
Bow Wow was considered for the role of Eazy-E in this movie, and he lobbied hard for it.
No.
So was Eazy-E's son. Was also
Oh.
under consideration, but one of his sons, but it didn't work out according to Ice Cube.
Oh, his 4,000.
They found.
I don't know.
The son,
I don't know how many sons he had.
They found the son that looked the most like him, and they tried him out, but he couldn't act.
That made me laugh too. But he was like another fucking.
I think it's what it really was. His acting was bad.
He was like, "You gotta stop having fucking kids everywhere."
It could have been, man. It could have been, man. Like Ice Cube's son, I thought did a good job, and from what I was reading, like he worked hard to try to get this role. It wasn't just given to him. He was trying to get it for like 2 years. He was up against other actors for like 2 years.
Ice Cube actually sent him to acting class.
Yeah. He didn't want it. He wanted no appearance of nepotism whatsoever.
Nice.
So kudos to that for O'Shea Jackson.
I mean, he's a pretty big actor now.
Yeah. But I mean, kudos. Like they put a lot of effort into making sure he earned that role, which I can appreciate.
Oh, yeah. Which you can't even be mad at. You could, because people can say, "Oh, well, that's his dad. His dad bought him." Well, so what? Your parents should put you in the best position to win, and that's what he did for him. But he still.
Well, he also looks like he looks like his dad.
Yeah.
Like Aaron, you know my opinion about that. We had this talk. There's some that I agree with you, but then there's some I can't. No, they shouldn't belong anywhere. Will Smith's kids. Fuck him.
Oh god.
Fuck him. That should never happen.
I think the son is okay. I feel like the daughter. I don't know about the daughter.
Whip your hair back and forth.
Yeah, that was. But that's a perfect example though. Like that song, like that shit is manufactured. Yeah, that shit is manufactured like a fucking like you make a cookie out of a fucking assembly line.
Oh, fucking.
And that's how a lot of music is. Like they just fucking manufacture it. Mm-hmm. I mean, I forget, like Lady Gaga and there was another Kesha. Kesha had 2 different demos. There was one demo she did where she was serious, and then there was one like the Kesha persona that we know now. And then whoever the person was who decided, they're like, no, we don't want this serious shit. We want the fucking like drunk party white girl. Yeah. And that became who she was, and that's how they marketed her. But that's just how the industry is, basically.
Yeah, until you get
you're a product of some system.
Powerful, like Lady Gaga. She said, "Fuck you guys." Now she does her own thing.
Yeah,
she's not that
but all the stuff that we know Lady Gaga for, all those albums were produced by the system, by some big conglomerate, and they picked her out. Like she was really big. She went to a bunch of big art schools in New York. She probably had the same thing. Oh, I want to do this art music. They're like, no, fuck that shit. We're gonna create this persona where you're like super weird and gay and stuff or whatever, and we're gonna this is how we're gonna market you, and you're gonna do what we say, basically. And then she did that for a while, and then she was like, okay, fuck this. I fucking hate you guys, and I don't give a fuck about my persona. I'm gonna stand on my own, and like that's how it works a lot of the time, because it's a system. It is a system, an industry that produces these things, content. Like you're just a cookie in the system. They just spit you out, and you just fill different niches.
Yeah, they're just like, fuck you. We're done with you now. Fuck you.
Yeah, and they just find the next one. You know, they find the next whoever it is, Olivia Rodrigo. Or
It's not hard to find the next one.
What was that movie we watched where they just walked the baby over to the river and dropped it?
Insidious.
Insidious?
No, Incendies.
Incendies, yeah.
Yeah,
That's what they do with your career when they're done with you. Like, okay,
Yeah,
we're gonna
like,
put you in the
fuck
river,
out.
and then the next baby gets spit out, and they.
In other casting news, Michael B. Jordan was considered to play Dr. Dre at one point, but he turned it down because of scheduling conflicts.
They chose some really good actors though for this.
They did, I thought all the actors were on point. Nothing about them certainly took me out of it. I thought they were all great, especially the acting once they found out Eazy-E actually caught the HIV. I thought it was fantastic. The actor playing Eazy-E, Dre in the hospital room and stuff like that.
Yeah, that was pretty rough. Those scenes were really rough, honestly.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was surprised I knew this was, of course, about N.W.A. was the main focus. I was surprised they went into their solo careers afterwards as much as it did.
Yeah.
I didn't realize they would span into that as much. Because that's the point. Like I said,
they had to kind of tell the story, though, because
they did, but
when they broke up and they were the dissing and all that shit, then they made up later on, and then
it didn't occur to me. I guess growing up in the late 80s, early 90s, it didn't occur to me, like I said, because we didn't have like the internet access or something kids do now. How long that actually went on. Yeah. So maybe it put that all back in context for me. Like if they actually came out with if E didn't die and they were going to come out with another N.W.A. album in like 93 or 94. Like after the Chronic or whatever that came out. Like they, the movie itself had fucking Nothing But a G-Thing Baby, the creation of that, which seeing that was fucking cool as shit because I remember that as a kid loving that song.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing Pac recording an album, but the fucking California song, as soon as they started playing that beat towards the end in the studio,
California Love.
Man. California Love. Jerry Heller apparently at one point, because he's still alive, or I'm not sure if he's still alive today, but if he died, it wasn't that long ago.
He looked sickly in the movie.
He does.
Yeah, they did make him look like he had cancer or some shit.
Apparently he says one of his greatest regrets was convincing Eazy-E not to kill Suge Knight.
What? Wait, hold on. Is he saying that he regretted not letting the murder happen?
Yeah.
Because what Suge Knight did, because Eazy-E was going to go get revenge after they beat the shit out of him.
They beat the shit out of him. He said, I have no choice. Look at my face.
Yeah.
You know how this works. You wanted it in the street shit.
I'm from Compton,
That hood mentality shit. And that's...
So Jerry Heller died in 2016, so he died a year after this movie came out.
Okay.
Movie killed him.
Probably.
I can definitely see regretting not ending Suge Knight from this universe.
Oh yeah, and apparently at one point he also stated the falling out between him and N.W.A. depicted in the film was almost completely fictional, but he refuses to go into detail because Eazy-E isn't alive anymore and he can't tell his side of the story.
I hate when people say that bullshit. I'm like,
it's bullshit to an extent, but it also
makes put it out and made the money. So then, what was the point of this movie if it's fiction?
I know. I don't like. You have an autobiography out there.
Yeah, exactly. So there's something out there because they
oh shit
took shit from your autobiography supposedly. Whatever.
Yeah, how can you exactly? Like they're literally portraying something you put out into public domain.
Yeah.
From one point.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Well,
so we're gonna talk about the scene where they were. What was it? Was it when they were in Detroit and some other people were talking shit, and so then they like busted into their hotel room or something?
That was fantastic. Like the sex party in the hotel.
He's here. He's outside. Hold on.
No, that was written as a reference to Friday.
Bye, Felicia.
No, as soon as they said goodbye, Felicia, I started rolling.
That was written as a reference to Friday.
Oh my god, that party was
look at Felicia.
man.
Yeah, she is hot.
I didn't realize they signed.
Fuck you coming to knock on my door?
Yeah.
I didn't know they signed to the California Raisins label. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Honestly.
Money.
I wanted to say. So there's the scene where they're watching porn on the bus. It's
Yeah, it was that one sex
DJ
addict.
Yella and MC Ren are basically watching porn on the bus. DJ Yella went on to direct over 300 porn movies. Like he went into porn
nice.
as a director.
Yo, he had a sex problem, man. He's basically Aaron.
Wait a minute. I'm not that bad.
Fuck, bro.
Well, sometimes you just gotta know what your purpose in life is.
Yes,
And he knew what his purpose was.
Okay, let me ask
Yo,
this.
he was watching porn like it was just a movie. He like wasn't doing nothing. He was just sitting there chilling.
Yeah, he really was. He was chilling.
He's like, yo, there's new movie dropped this year. Yo, you want to watch
Is
this?
he still alive?
I don't know, man.
How many people have heard the white version of the Boys in the Hood cover by the band Dynamite Hat?
Oh, dude, I heard that so many times in the 90s. Like, it was on every...
Yeah.
Because the boys in the hood are always...
Maybe. I'll have to listen to it. I
Can't
don't
say
know.
I've heard that before.
I sent it in the group chat.
Oh, did you?
I did.
No, nothing
Oh,
in
I
life
did.
but to be legit. Don't
It's
quote
so-
me,
it's-
boy. I
yeah,
ain't said
exactly.
shit. Yeah, I think I've heard that version more than the actual song
Yeah.
itself, honestly.
Wow, I'm gonna have to check it out. I didn't see it.
It's really funny. Dude, and then that music video is like ridiculous.
The music video is ridiculous. And that's
they
what I
just,
said in
they
the
just
group
go
chat.
the super opposite, super white. It's like the whitest
They
thing
made it as
possible.
white as possible.
Oh my god!
I sent it in the group chat, man. Go and watch and listen.
Shit. Damn. That shit was hilarious.
But I'm not gonna lie, like when they were showing the scenes of them recording that song, that's what I was thinking. Because I'm white, of course.
Yeah, no, but I heard that song more than I heard the original, honestly. Because
dude,
the
what's
alternative
crazy is
rock stations play that shit a lot.
that shit was all over the radio, and I remember that. And that's insane.
I'm gonna hit music.
It's a good version. It's really funny. It's really kind of funny though. Like the way they do it, it's like funny, but it's still good because it's still like
it's not awful. Like you want to hear it out of curiosity more than anything, and then you're like, this really isn't that bad. It's an interesting interpretation.
I just love the part too where there's like that part where he's talking about like slapping, like he slapped the hoe
I reached back
like that shit is so funny, dude.
Wood in my 6-4.
Dude.
Oh my god, that shit is so funny. Like he's saying it in the widest way possible about this fucking situation, and it's like,
but like musically, they escalate it to it hits that musical escalation peak where it's just so fucking hilarious and awesome at the same time. I reached back like a pimp and I
slapped the hoe. And their father stood up and he started to shout. I threw across him like this. Oh, that's because the boys in the hood. It's like a pop song or something. It's like the fuck.
Wow.
Like you can't even be mad at it. It's just
You really can't. It's just like so perfect.
Wow.
It's like an unironic Kids Bop kind of shit.
I just heard a little bit of it. I'm going to listen to the whole thing after.
Listen to it and then send a message in the group chat.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
About what you think. You're gonna like it. I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna like it more than you think. As stupid as it sounds.
I'm going to check it out.
Especially the parts where they actually escalate the song, and you're like, "What the fuck?" That's all you can think.
Why?
Why not? That's the thing. People do
Someone
it all the time.
pulled up. Who can it be? It's so funny.
I'm gonna have to pull. What I'll do is once we're done recording, before we check out,
Let's all listen
my
to it
God.
after
Oh my
this.
god! And then do a reaction. Yeah, do a reaction. It'd be good if there was a way that we could hear something or like see something that people couldn't see, but they can see us. And not
Aaron,
us
play
both.
the video after this and just
I will.
fucking. I'm curious to see what Wolfman say.
I will.
It's just like
Take a
so
while.
white. The funniest thing ever. So like someone, I was like, WAP, when WAP came out, some people they were like, some people created like fake lyrics to like what the Kids Bop WAP would be, and it was like it was like cleaning your room or something. It was the funniest shit I've ever read.
Get your mouth to whack.
Yeah. It's like. It was really funny. I gotta find that shit.
There's certain Kids Bop you should just stay away from, and WAP is.
Oh, I agree.
Oh yeah, WAP is not something that should be on Kids Bop's radar.
Not at all. Nope.
Listen, man, but when it comes to Straight Outta Compton, I thought this movie was fucking cool.
Yeah.
Listen, growing up in the 90s, I got into these specific people basically when they were setting out on their solo careers. So it was more of a matter, and this is the time before the internet, so it was kind of word of mouth going back and hearing these N.W.A. songs. I don't remember how I got a hold of Eazy-E's album, because my parents certainly wouldn't have bought that shit for me.
They got
Obviously, by their symbol, are they the reason the fucking parental advisory thing started
Probably,
happening?
yep.
I
Yep.
I
Just
don't
for
remember
Mortal Kombat.
parental advisory. Obviously, it's modeled after that, but I don't remember if they were the reason it happened.
so
It could be.
I think they were.
it is modeled after that. Holy shit! I didn't
But
even think about
fucking,
that.
you know what? I had like all the respect in the world for them. Obviously, now that we're older, we understand like all the shit that happens.
No,
in the
it
world.
happened because of Darling Nikki.
Okay.
That was which makes a lot of sense because that's a song about just fucking some crazy ass hoe.
But like them fucking writing about what they know and just fucking refusing to be censored, standing up for their shit. That's the attitude you can fucking respect out of anybody, no matter what they're.
Especially
Yeah,
because the message, like, it was vulgar, yes, but it was real and it was the truth. Like, it wasn't.
That's their life, man.
Yeah.
That's how they grew up. That's what they knew.
Say it. Like, you walk outside and you see this shit. Like, you've seen it in the scene where they're walking out the studio. Cops pull up and just harass them right out of because like here.
Because they're
And
cops.
the cop was the
Yeah.
worst. Which I've heard
man,
that in real. I've
I-
never dealt with that, but I've heard that in real life. Like, the black cops are just fucking, not all, but the ones that are with the white cops that are like that are the worst.
That's like that's the thing is-
yeah.
that's the
They're
biggest-
they like go to the next level to like prove how because like the thing is like a lot of these cops, it's a gang. That's what you got to understand. It's a gang. It's just a multiracial gang, and they fucking But they got fucking badges instead of other shit, you know?
Yeah.
And that badge gives them a lot of power, man. That badge gives them hella power.
But that's the biggest mindfuck of all is like the black cop that goes along with the white cop and thinking these guys are just, you know,
because he's a cop,
gangsters, headbanger, hard street kids, and whatever,
drug dealers. Yeah,
he's a fucking cop.
Yeah,
you know? That's why.
Again, like Ibrahim was saying, he has in his mind, instead of getting in there like you would think, let me get in here and try to make it equal and even for all of us. So we have an even playing field. It's more like there's only a handful of us in here. I'm gonna stand by these guys because they have a badge and a gun. So if I have to do something, they'll sweep it under the rug. They got dirt on me, I got dirt on them. But it's just
essentially, this music was a product of its time, just like any music is a product of
the environment. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So can I just read this thing real quick? So the so in 1985, so Al Gore's wife heard their 11-year-old daughter singing the lyrics to "Darling Nikki," and that's basically how the parental advisory shit got started.
Okay.
So that's really fucking hilarious to me. Like thinking of like an 11-year-old singing "Darling Nikki," like oh my god.
And that's what did it.
Wow, that's funny.
I stick with
they don't even understand. Like you don't even understand what he's talking about. Like what's the big deal?
I stick with my 9. This movie is great if you're into music and even a little bit of a history smackdown if you weren't familiar.
Mm-hmm.
And
with
titties
the time frames
and booty. You'll like
the titties were nice.
Mm-hmm. See,
it's like the silver lining of the cloud around this movie.
There was a lot of titties. But no, seriously, overall, this was it was an excellent film, and
it was really well done, man. Like it tells the great story of the shit where this music was born from, and like how it progressed an entire genre, basically.
Stamp of approval for both of these films.
Nice. Yeah, I'll be
Like
honest. I think the 8's for me. The reason why on this one is because I kind of wish it was more rich in story and authentic to it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because it just annoyed me. You know what I mean? That shit annoys me.
I'm sticking with my 8. I like it a lot.
Like Aaron's reading this shit. He's already laughing his ass off.
I gotta share the screen for this. Kids WAP.
Yeah. This is the Kids Bop version of WAP.
Chores in the house. There's some chores in the. What the fuck?
Oh boy.
Oh god.
What the fuck? Fresh.
I'm certified bacon geek. Oh my god.
Fresh baked cookie. Make that diet game weak.
What the
Oh
fuck?
god.
Oh my god.
Give me
Extra
everything
large.
you got for those fresh
I
baked
can't-
cookies.
I can't believe they allowed the line extra large and extra hard. How is that a line in a kid's song?
Look at what about this right?
These cookies are in your face.
You know what this means. Put the cookies right in your face.
Look at those. Pull out your credit card. There you go. Pull out your credit card. What the
That's
fuck?
lines right there. That's lines.
Wow.
Straight up, I want to eat it. Again. Oh, what the fuck?
That's
No ice cream that make me scream.
Open my mouth, open my eyes.
Jesus.
No, go down. I'll chow down on him for I have a baker cooked in me. Pow, pow, pow.
Yo,
Wait. I want you to park that big cookie sheet right in this little oven.
Oh my
God.
Yo,
Swallow me?
swallow me, drip down the side of me.
So let me show you how I got this trophy. I
Lick your bowl, bite your lip.
This is more dude, this is more fucked up than the real song.
This is again. You know who wrote this?
Yo, need a milk drinker, need an Oreo eater.
never got a bacon for
Pay my tuition with the scholarship from these fresh baked cookies.
Oh shit.
This might actually be worse than the original song. It's like
just-
so
wait,
fucked
Oh
up.
god, this is so much worse.
Yeah.
Now get in line if you want to eat some of these fresh baked. This
I
is
need a hard baker. I need a
Whoa,
deep cooker.
yes.
I need a deep cooker.
30. No. Need a milk drinker, need an Oreo eater, not an Elmo. I need a Cookie Monster, bro.
Wow.
I need a Cookie Monster.
This is one of the most fucked up things I have ever seen.
I need a Cookie Monster.
He's got
Wait,
some money,
wait.
that's where I'm headed.
I want these cookies to touch that little dangly thing that's swinging the back.
I want a gag, I want a jump. I want a gag, I want a jump.
What the
This is
fuck?
Kid
Again,
Bop.
people, this is a kid song.
This is
It's a kid song.
Holy shit.
Oh my gosh. Cookies A1 just like his credit.
Nah. Cookies going in raw and coming out crispy. Come on now.
Oh god.
Wow.
That's-
I baked that thing like my mom is behind me? What the
What
hell?
I don't even know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Double C stand for cookie chip.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
I even got cheating in there. Switch my chef's hat.
If you
don't
eat
give me
my
a cheater.
cookies, you're in for a diet feeder? What?
You're not a diet feeder.
Double C stands for chocolate chip.
Uh-huh.
If you don't bake, you can't
I make
cake.
your mouth water before I meet you.
Oh my god.
If he eat my cookies and ask whose is it,
Whoa.
when I bake those cookies, they gonna spell my name. Yeah.
Oh, this is wild. Now I'm gonna have to listen to it.
This is
I gotta
how
hear
you
this
do it.
song. This is
I
the
guess
most
I'm gonna have
obscene
to
thing
play.
I've ever seen.
I guess we're gonna have to play that after we play the other song when we're off camera. But that was
That's
a very
kids.
disgusting and disturbing song that R. Kelly wrote for the
That
children.
ruined my
So
childhood.
watch when it's playing, we gonna be like,
Dancing and singing.
That's what R. Kelly
Like,
did in the South. He
slapping.
wrote the lyrics for this one.
That ruined
Changed
my
it up.
childhood. Yes.
That
all of it.
again,
Even the
kids bop. Whoever's in
Damn, that shit
control of
was
that.
funny.
First of all, get rid of that song because that's disgusting. That's an adult song. Don't put that in kids bop. Just put that
That's
in
not
the
even
adult.
That's
an
worse than the
adult
real
song.
song.
Wow.
And take the children singing out of it, put adult singing in there. That's one. Two, just stay away from certain songs. Completely away. Because this is dirtier. This is probably dirtier than original. This is the dirtiest lyrics I've ever read in my life. This is disgusting. This is wild shit. Wild shit.
It's worse than anything N.W.A. ever put out. That's
It
Yeah,
is.
right.
Fuck the police.
Yo, this is something you guys need to be.
the right
This is what you need
track.
to be. Hey, uppity whites. This is what you need to be getting uppity about. This song right here.
Well, they were. They were.
I mean, fuck the.
Not the Kids Bop version, the original version.
No, fuck the original version. The original version is supposed to be like that because it's for adults. This
Yeah.
one is for your children. This one is for your children. Yeah.
Get this one
Yeah,
off.
this one you co-signed, stupid.
Yeah. I think that shit's a meme, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's a meme.
Oh man, that's fucking funny.
I'm pretty sure someone made this shit up because I remember seeing the there's some chores in this house.
Abort.
Someone was like
Abort.
saying that was someone put that shit together. I think that's really funny. That's really funny.
That
a
is,
funny one.
that's some of the best lyric writing I've ever seen, and some of the most
Yeah.
disturbing at the same time.
Yes.
That's fucking great. Yeah.
Make your diet game weak.
I think
I'm gonna go rebrush my
it
teeth.
seems like a great place to end this episode.
Yeah. I think
That
so.
was a fun aside.
It's,
Oh shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Make
just
your
kinda
diet game weak.
all over the place.
That was a
Some fresh
wild.
ass cookies.
Yo, this
I want
was the
some
wildest
fucking
thing we've
cookies.
seen on the show so far. Is reading these disgusting, disturbing, weird lyrics. That's hilarious. All at the same time.
We could do a podcast where we just find the most perverted child song.
Find the
Yeah.
crazy
Most
kids Bop
fucked up shit.
I think this one's gonna be hard to beat. I really do because this is just
I agree.
it goes
Mhm.
straight in there.
We got to do a Kids Bop Sunday where we all meet up and go live, and we just go through Kids Bop songs for like
That would be hilarious. Like,
3 hours.
what the fuck? But I
Is there
guess
Kids Bop, Darling Nikki?
unlike
I
what they
doubt it.
discussed in this song, which they may have, and we just didn't read the lyrics. It's time to wrap
Candy
it up.
Shop
Let's
Lollipop.
wrap it up.
Time to wrap it up, B. And with that being
We
said,
gotta listen to Dynamite Hack.
Yeah, afterwards, yeah.
Horror Haven LLC, Facebook, YouTube, anywhere you can listen to podcasts. Check this out. Again, it's Horror Haven LLC. Horror Gamer. Go check that out, people. Go check out the Horror Gamer, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Great horror content, amazing horror content. Also check out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Dreams the Creator. You can make your dreams come true with his creations.
Oh my god.
Videographer, photographer, editor, all that great shit. Go check it out. Please.
Yo, you can catch me, the worst damn gamer, sitting my fat ass right here on Saturdays with Popcorn and Pints. And you can also catch me gaming Fridays and Saturday nights on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, and on Facebook. Got a bunch of stuff I'm chopping up for you. You can catch Any Last Words on all those platforms as well. She's got a bunch of different things. Her name is Jo. If it's in a dark lifestyle, she can cook with it as well. She's probably got it going on, so go check her going. And then we got So Good at Scary. If you have your own project, 30 minutes or less, you want to give us the permission to review it live on one of our shows, drop it in the Facebook and Instagram. And where we going to do that at?
Horror with Search 30. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. People, you should definitely tune in for that. You're going to get a treat. Thursdays, as you know, we do commentary now, and it's fucking fun and hilarious. And if it's on a streaming platform, we'll be doing it in the Discord. What I mean by that is that's where the movie will be playing. So if you want to join the Discord once we figure this out more, to watch along with us, you can. And then just, on Restream, go in the comments. That's, again, Horror Search 30 Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then we have Popcorn and Pints every Saturday, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. I'm going to change that logo. Don't worry about it. I did it on the other show. I forgot to do it on this one. But that's besides the point. Anyways, right where you're watching us now, you can watch us again next Saturday, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Any Saturday, live. And you're going to get some great entertainment. We might have another dirty Kids Bop song for you guys. For, you want to spice up the mood with you and your lady. You play one of these damn songs, get her right in the fucking mood.
Wow.
Stories from a bar.
I want to bake some cookies.
Boom.
I like big cookies and I cannot lie. Or you other fat kids can't deny. When a big old chick walks by. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I fucked up.
Anywhere you listen to podcasts, any podcast platform, Stories from a Bar is there. It's also on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and YouTube. So go all there, check out Stories from a Bar. It's an awesome, amazing bar. They actually just put out an episode today, people, today, with me on it. And you don't want to miss that. We're reviewing Nelly's album.
Aaron and I talk all about the Nelly album, Country Grammar.
There you
You're
go.
Nelly's album.
So you want to check that out, and then you also
It's-
want to deep dive on some cinema. Get
Peak ridiculousness.
Deep Focus Cinema, Facebook, YouTube, anywhere you can listen to podcasts. You're going to get a deep dive on some amazing cinema. It's going to be like 3-4 hours, so make sure you
it's
have
a
some
deep
time.
dive, all right.
It's going to be like it's about the length of a black church. So just be ready. Have some food, have some snacks.
It's like an endoscopy.
It's a little more than just the tip.
There you go.
Colonoscopy. It's an
But
endoscopy.
you're going to have
It's
a
all-
great time with it, so make sure you tune in and check that out. And as a matter of fact, this Tuesday in Horrors are starting. We're doing Thanksgiving on the Thanksgiving holiday. This Tuesday, Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving Part 3. So make sure you tune in for that Tuesday night.
Fuck part 2.
There's no two.
Part 3.
There is no part 2.
Part 3, they're searching for Part 2.
I gotta watch part 3.
More to be explained Tuesday. And then we are doing these two films
Gobble gobble, motherfucker.
possibly next Saturday for the Cinematic Canon, possibly next Saturday, 2 o'clock Eastern Time. Coherence and Primer. So yeah,
Primer.
tune in, motherfuckers.
Motherfucker.
And I say that with love. That being said, thanks for popping by, and peace, peace, peace. Kids Bop, you should be ashamed.